Welcome back to Once Upon a Sister. I'm Faith.
I'm Rosalie.
And we're your hosts. No, really, welcome back.
Like, insane right now.
It's been a minute.
Woo,
it's been a long time. How many months has it been?
We last recorded last episode was posted October 17th.
And it's, what, February 11th on this day that you're seeing?
Going out, yes.
The day you see this? Yeah. So
sorry.
We took a long break.
We took a very unplanned break, but
I feel like we both just needed...
life was happening.
Yeah.
And, like, we'll get into that. Like, we had a lot going on. So we were just like, let's just take a break. But we still love the podcast. We're
coming back.
Which we didn't really post, though. So I feel like some people were probably like,
is the podcast over?
Podcast
no, it's not.
Over?
It's never going to be over. No, yeah, that was sad. And also I felt sad. I was like, I miss talking about books. Well, okay. Are we going to say what we've been reading first and then jump into everything?
No, I feel like we should just jump in.
Okay. Yeah. So, we can talk about what we're reading later.
Yeah.
Main reason why we took a break was because, as you know, or if you didn't know, I was pregnant. I had the baby. She's a month old now, which is crazy. Happened so fast. So yeah, I was in the worst reading slump, which you know if you've been watching. Like,
I've been talking about it for months.
Yeah, it got worse as the pregnancy went on. Yeah. Like, I feel like at the beginning I thought I was in a reading slump. At the end,
it was like gradually getting slumpier.
So like in November.
No, October.
Yeah, so like October. Well, I would say October. I was still reading. October was the last time I read a book physically. Yeah. Which is wild because I read so much. Yeah. And then November I just did like audiobooks. And then I didn't finish one book in December, I don't want to say. Or maybe there was one. I'll have to pull up my Goodreads. But, like...
It's been a novella.
Yeah, like, it's been nothing. And so, like, that was, like, honestly, like, it's been making me sad. Because I'm, like, my hobby is, like, gone. And, like... But I didn't have a desire to read. Or, like, I couldn't focus on reading. And then it got to the point where I couldn't focus on an audiobook. Yeah. But also, I was on bed rest.
Yeah,
so that was
insane towards the end. Like,
that was another reason we stopped, just because I was on bed rest and like just everything was too exhausting for me.
Even towards the end of like the last like October, September, like we kept having gaps of like this week we didn't post an episode and then next week we did and then the next week didn't because like things just started I don't know, piling up in life. We would get busy, we would get sick. Like 1 week just wasn't working out. So by the time October rolled around, we went like a couple weeks without posting, and then I was like, Faith, do we just want to like
take a break? Yeah,
it's okay if we take a break because I don't know, we both had.
It was just really like for me personally, it was really hard for me to keep up. Well, at the end of the pregnancy, like
Faith wasn't even really reading towards the end.
No, that's another thing. Is like, how am I going to host a podcast about books when I'm not even reading books? Me sitting here listening to Rosalie talk about books.
Yeah,
and then you had life changes too.
No,
you started a new career, like
towards the end of. I was hello?
Words? We gotta get used to this.
Back to this. As y'all know, like, I think y'all knew, I was working at a coffee shop, but towards the end there, I stopped working there in December.
Yeah, she was basically here every day and being mom for me.
So
like,
I was
taking care of my kids. Out.
No, I didn't. I left November.
Yeah,
sorry, I forgot. I left like halfway through November, but it was just like work itself was very tense towards the end of me being there. Yeah. So I was emotionally overwhelmed with that. Which was affecting my reading too. Like I was still reading definitely.
But you were way slowed down too.
I was way slowed down. Like normal. My drive, like I couldn't even do audiobooks at that moment because I would listen to audiobooks a lot at work, but I was just so like mentally like could not focus on them. So I was only physically reading, which it just takes. I don't know. The timing for that was. I didn't have as much time to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Things were just crazy for me with work. So I was overwhelmed with that. And then
now you started a new job.
I was getting sick a lot.
Yeah.
Before I had left work. And then when I left work, I was helping Faith a lot because it was just the end of pregnancy.
Yeah, I was literally on bed rest.
And then holidays hit and we were just exhausted.
Yeah. Like literally, so I had my daughter January 6th. Mm-hmm. So like, it was literally like all that holidays back to back, then baby. And then I had a
life just needed
traumatic birth. So yeah.
I wonder if it would have been different if we still had the drive to read during all of that. Like, but because we were both so slowed down, it was like, let's just take a break.
Yeah.
But honestly, I felt like it was kind of good because like now we're like I'm so excited to
yeah,
film
we've
again.
been like so excited. We wanted to film last week, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So we're like, we've been like both just like antsy to get back to it.
But yeah, I feel like we went through that really fast. I felt like I had way more to say.
Yeah. I know. Well, I did have my daughter. Maybe she'll join us because she's been fussy tonight. So we'll see. You might be seeing me hold a baby. If you're just listening, you might be hearing some baby sounds. But yeah, I had her January 6th, and it did not go as planned. It was a little bit traumatic as an emergency C-section. So my recovery has been so slow. I wanted to be back by like mid-January, but then my recovery has been like just horrible. So yeah, it took some time. Also, you needed to like accommodate to your new job.
So I didn't even get to that part. I did get a new job. So I'm now working at a tax office, which is very different than what I was
being
doing
a barista.
Yeah, but it is also, it does like, it takes up more of my time because I'm working like 8 to 5. But I do have that lunch break in there, so I'm not working 9 hours, but it's just like a larger chunk of my day. So it does mean that there's going to be changes to the podcast. Like the timing that we can film is different. Like it's going to be
she does the editing and stuff. So now we got to switch things around so she can.
Yeah. So because of that, we are going to start posting on Wednesdays now. Yeah. So when you're watching this or listening, it should be Wednesday because we just need to do that. Yeah, so that I have time to do things. So life is different, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying having this new job and like the stability of it. But and I've still been able to read. It is a lot different. Like I think I need more audiobooks because I'm just spending way more of my day at work. Yeah.
Now you're experiencing what I like less time to read or whatever.
Yeah. Which is it has been a little bit sad at moments because I'm like I just want to read. I was texting our cousin Jordan the other day at work and I was like, all I'm thinking about right now is my book and I just want to be like at home. I have been taking like at lunch I'll eat and then like it only takes me like 10 minutes to eat. Like I'm a fast eater. So at our work we have this quiet room which is like just a little room that you can go in and lock the door and it has a recliner and you can just I'll go in there, lock the door and get my Kindle out and read.
Is there like a limit of how long you can be in there?
No.
So you can just take it every day?
Well, nobody's going in there. There's technically like a calendar to schedule, but nobody's been trying to go there. So
nice.
I've been in there. I don't know. It is also just nice to get a little second away.
Dude, that sounds so nice because when I used to work and I would nurse, they would stick me in a closet full of boxes, no table, just a chair. And I would just like put all my stuff on the boxes and people would try to come in. Like there like you have a whole room just to sit. Like I didn't have a room to nurse. No, I mean pump. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I said nursing room. I meant pumping room.
So much better cuz like it's a whole recliner so you lean back, there's a blanket in there if you want to use it. There's a little table with tissues.
See, that's how you keep employees though.
No, yeah. That's what like I loved my old job. It just things were not great there at the end, and I was so.
Yeah. Also, you needed more money eventually.
It's
like
just that's not great for like the lifestyle I'm in. I think those type of jobs are good like if you're in college or something. But like I'm 22, no prospects. I'm burdened to my parents, so I needed something. And also, it's so hard. Like I enjoy office work, but like breaking into that space, like you need 2 years of experience. You need this and that, and I'm like. I didn't go to college. I've never like worked in an office, but I'm fully capable of it. Yeah. But my mom works there, so that was able to like
get you
propel me in because they trust her. Anyways, what was I saying about that?
The room? Reading in the room?
Oh, it's just like such a different environment. Like I'm there and it's like if I need a minute to step away, I can go. Is she crying?
I thought I heard.
Oh, no. Yeah. If I need a minute to step away, we can go into the quiet room. If I'm hungry or want to drink, there's a huge kitchen full of snacks and like a fridge full of drinks for us to just take. And like also just like the office environment is so nice of like everyone's just doing their job. Everyone has their headphones in listening to whatever they're listening.
But also like not having to deal with customers. Yeah.
I do have to like sometimes deal with clients coming in, but like it hasn't been bad so far. Yeah. And like I can just
but not getting like dirty and stuff because she would get coffee all over her clothes.
My clothes like that was one of the annoying things. My body was killing me.
Yeah, she was standing all day.
That was one thing I was struggling with. Like my body was in so much pain those last couple weeks or months of me working there. I don't know what was going on. But I just like my body couldn't do it anymore. I was so disgusting all the time. Like, my clothes were just stained with coffee. And I was like, I'm tired of this because I can't have any clothes. Like, they just get coffee on them. I was like, I felt disgusting every day. Like, going there, getting gross. And I was like, I just need something different so badly. And also, like, the environment of a coffee shop, especially the one I worked at, like, I was never with my coworkers. Because, like, it wasn't super busy to where they needed multiple people scheduled. So, like, I was spending a lot of my day alone. Yeah. Which, like, at my job now, like, yeah, I'm spending a good time, like, alone at my desk doing stuff, but, like, there's people walking by constantly. Yeah. We're talking to each other at moments. Like, it's just, I don't know, I'm liking it a lot more. I don't really know where I was going with all that, but it's been nice to just like. Nice to just have that. Also, just a grown-up job. Me and my coworker were talking. We went out to lunch. I forgot to tell you, but we just went out to this, like, pizza place. And she was like, I've never had a job where I don't have to clock in. This is very weird. Like,
oh, yeah, that's nice.
We just have to put our time in, but, like, we don't physically clock in and out. And, like, it just feels weird.
Did you do that at your job, at the coffee shop?
Well, I had to, like, hit clock in on the iPad. It's not like the old, like, pull it down thing. But, like, you have to hit clock in. But this job, no. And so, like, we just, like, stepped out of the office, got in the elevator, went across the street and ate food. We're like, this feels so wrong. Like, how are we... And then for some reason, like, the not clocking in made it feel like we weren't going to get paid. But then we did get paid, so it's like everything's okay, but it's just a whole different type of job, and I don't know, I really like it, so everything's good. And my reading, I'll get a little bit into reading, I guess. Like, well, do we have more to say? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I feel like I'm talking a million miles an hour.
I know, we're just like...
Sometimes like, how do we, like, slow down? But I feel like we just talk fast anyway.
Yeah. Oh, also, I want to say, so I would talk about my daughter. I would talk about the baby or whatever when I was pregnant, and I would, like, not say her name, but I would, like, everybody that followed me knew that her name started with L because I shared that. And then, like, I would talk about, like, certain things. And one of my, like, old friends from high school, like, youth group, she kept guessing. Like, she would send a message to me on Instagram. Hi, Emily, if you're watching. It's different Emily, not my cousin Emily. She was like, is it this name? Is it this name? She would guess. And she got it right based on one of the episodes I was talking about Gilmore Girls being really special to me. And she was like, okay, my guess is the name is Lorelai. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh, you, like, were talking on the podcast about that?
Yeah, she watched the podcast episode and she figured it out from that. So, yes, her name's Lorelai. Yeah, and I've been, like, holding that in this whole time. Like, been dying to just say it, but... Yeah. Lorelai and Adelia May after Rosalie.
Little tidbit there. So
yeah. Now? I feel like we just blasted through our update. We're like, blasted. No, like, we were talking so fast.
Literally, before we started, we're like, this feels weird. Like, we haven't recorded since early October. Like, how do we get back into this? But I guess we're doing the way
I guess we've got it. I know, even before we sat down, I was like, wait, because we have, like, a routine of, like, she set up the computer, I set up the camera, like,
but it's just different
and then, like, okay, we go to the bathroom, we put our, I forgot to refresh my lips. That was what I forgot to do. We always refresh our lips.
We just had such a, like, routine get our drinks.
And so I was like, wait, my cup, wait, I gotta pee. Like, because now I gotta nurse my baby right before, so, like, that would, like,
I think it'll be different as she gets older.
Yeah.
But, like, even, like, setting up, I was holding Lorelai and, like, trying to set the computer up, and she was a little bit fussy, and I was like, okay, how do I do this right now?
We gotta figure this out.
This is gonna be a little bit different. Also, you might see it's probably gonna be, like, abrupt cuts in the video to her, like,
because we normally, like, I
assume
I think we filmed one episode where my husband was home. Like, normally he's not home, so I don't have here. Like, him to, like, take care of her while I do it.
Which is not. So, I mean, it's not gonna be hard. So
she's just gonna be, like, in the podcast a little bit. Girls time. No, I know. We had my cousin came to town. Jordan came to town, like, last week, and all the rest of us live here. So we got together.
It's a huge thing when she comes.
Yeah, it's always like everybody's like Jordan's here. So we did, like, a brunch or whatever. But then we were like, oh, let's do, like, a little movie night. So it was, like, you know, our grandma. And then our aunt, Emily's mom, and then our mom, and, like, Jordan. So it was, like, all of us girls. And, of course, I had the baby with me because you know,
she's a baby. She was just born.
I was just like, I'm breastfeeding her, and so she's with us, and I'm like, oh, her first girls' night, like
a month in.
Like, it's just fun. I mean, I've had 4
thing.
boys, so it's a very different experience. Like, obviously, they've been to those types of things with me, but like this time it's a girl.
So cute if she like gets into reading and she can read the cute little girl.
I'm already like, I'm gonna read to her, like, well, because this. Wow, I'm talking so much.
I feel like
sorry, this is crazy.
We're going a million miles. Really? How do people calm? Sorry. Okay. I don't know.
How do people talk slow? Also, I don't like listening to someone talk slow.
At work the other day, this lady, one of our like remote workers came in, so she was talking with my mom and I, and like she's just very like a calm personality. The way she talks is very loose.
Sometimes I think I want to be slow like that, but then I'm like, I think it would drive me crazy.
No, it's very like when she was talking, like I feel like I'm listening to ASMR right now. Like it was very nice, but like I don't talk that slow.
Yeah. I feel like I talk so fast. All I was gonna say was I won't say what book unless we're gonna like if we get into books in a little bit. But like I was listening to a book today while I was feeding her and like playing a game on my phone. Because I didn't have my Kindle, and so like I was like, oh, we're listening to it together because I was just playing it out loud, like not in my headphones, and so I'm like, she's already getting some book like content.
Force it onto her.
Yeah, like you will be a reader. No, I'm just kidding.
Remington's starting to read, so that's
cute.
He
is. It's been fun, but wow, I feel like my cheeks are hurt because we're talking.
I know after the podcast, my lips are always like, or my mouth.
Know. One time we filmed like a double episode. We only did like a couple times.
Yeah, those are exhausting.
But afterwards we were just like, because it's 2 hours of talking.
Also, it is like, I feel like we do have our moments like this where we talk a lot in a very short amount of time. So then it's like by the time we get to the second episode, if we're filming on the same day, we're like already spent. We're like, what did we talk about? Yeah. Even if we have a structure for that episode, it's like the energy's gone.
Yeah, we're like more tired.
Yeah.
But
anyways. Anything else?
You guys want to know anything? I feel like we talked so fast.
I know. I kind of wish like
life update, chit chat. Okay.
I wonder if we should go live or something, because I was kind of wondering if like, what have y'all been up to? Because like, even though we haven't been posting, it's like
friends, mutual.
It's like a double thing. Like we haven't been posting, so there's not been like the interaction from y'all either. Obviously, because there's nothing to interact with, so it's like, what's going on with everyone else?
Yeah.
Like the other day, I posted on my story, because I haven't even been posting. Like I stopped. You haven't posted
in months.
I stopped posting like before it was like October-ish. Like I was just so mentally overwhelmed. I was like, I can't do anything right now.
Yeah.
Because like it was just a rough period.
Well, even my content has like dramatically slowed down.
Drastically went down, but like I completely stopped. But I posted on my Instagram story like last week about me reading a certain book and like the stuff I've been reading so far this year, and I got like 3 different responses. I got a response from Shelby, hey girl, and I was like, oh, this is so fun. Like I was responding to her talking about it, and then I got a response from, I think your name is Ashley. I love how we're just like talking.
What's your name? It's like authentically
Ashley.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up.
I don't know, but you're always
we love your interaction, girl.
But like she responded to my story, so I was talking back with her, and I forgot to respond, so I need to get back to that. But I was like, I'm having so much fun. Like I just miss talking about books and being in this world and like seeing what other people are up to.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like, because I haven't been reading, I don't know, like I always talked about how my TikTok knows I'm a reader because like half my videos are book talk.
Yeah.
Well, like I don't know because I haven't been reading or what, but like it's gone.
Yeah,
book
you're just not in that. You're not like even looking up things about books or anything, so it's like nothing's gonna appear.
It's gone, and so I'm like, I feel like I'm so far removed from the book world. The only person whose book content I follow Jolie and I follow Mercedes.
Yeah,
and then I'll read what she's reading too, but like I haven't really been watching the podcast because I haven't been reading. So like.
Yeah, me too. With like, I still do get book talk stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. But also, I would watch all the booktubers that I watch, but like I went for a while where I didn't. So like I was also out of the space, and like it's just kind of sad.
Yeah, it's been so sad because it was like so much fun.
Yeah.
To be involved in and like such a huge part of our day to day.
But I don't know.
With it being gone, I've been sad. Also, like I've been like, what like. Is it ever going to come back? My desire to read, but it is slowly coming back. But it's just like, it's just slow. And also, you know, I'm exhausted. Like last night I only got 4 hours of sleep. Like I'm not sleeping as much, so it's not gonna be like as immediately back into it.
But it's already seeming a little better.
Yeah.
Versus like when you were pregnant.
Yeah.
But
I
feel like down at the end of her pregnancy. She was in bed. I remember
I'm like, I was bed rest. Like I was in bed.
There was one day where I had, like, I was over here and then I was supposed to have a Bible study at like,
oh my gosh, this day
I think it was at like 4 p.m.
Let me give some preface. I was in bed. I had bed rest because I had preeclampsia, so I had like the high blood pressure. So I couldn't do much.
And she has 4 kids.
I needed to keep my blood pressure down. Yeah.
We were just trying to get her to the end.
Yeah.
But I don't know what was going on in this day. I was like, "Are you about to die in this bed right now?"
I was gonna die.
And so I texted the girl I was having Bible study with. I was like, "Hey, like I gotta be here to take care of the kids and Faith because I don't know. Like I can't leave
literally
this house right now."
If you watch my TikToks, it was the day we put up the little like shelf for her bows.
Yeah.
We like did everything. We put it up. Wait, was it that day?
It was.
Yeah. Okay, and then we built.
You like sat down in the chair.
We built her little nightstand, which I didn't record because I was like getting tired. I was like, I don't want to make a video. I just want to get this done. So we like built. It was so easy. It was like just spin the little thing on. But we're like sitting down. And I'm like you
all
know,
of a sudden,
like I couldn't. Like the thing about having the high blood pressure is like I would get dizzy. Like I would get like feeling like I was gonna faint. So then like I sat down in her chair and then I was like feeling super lightheaded and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go lay in bed. And then I just like passed out. And I was just like,
it was like you were lightheaded.
I couldn't see. I couldn't like.
You couldn't see.
I couldn't see.
Having black spots in your vision.
So one of the symptoms of preeclampsia is like the black spots in your vision, but it was like taking over like my entire sight. Like I was holding my phone in front of my face and I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And so like we were both freaked out.
You couldn't even like physically sit. You were basically just laying down.
I was like about to go to the hospital, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up and it was like better, but it was like I slept for hours.
You did.
So that was like that's why I wasn't reading. That's why we weren't filming. Like,
because after all that, there's no way we're whipping out a book.
All right, let me catch up. Yeah, that's another thing is I did not hit my reading goal because of it. Which, to be fair, I still read 90 books.
Yeah,
my goal was 100. So that's honestly for the state that I was in.
If you weren't pregnant.
Yeah, for the state that I was in, I feel like that's really good.
Yeah,
the fact that I hit 90 while I was in a massive reading slump all year long, like.
Yeah, because you were still reading. It was just...
Yeah. It was just...
okay,
maybe we should talk about some of the stuff we read while we were gone. Because I have been wanting to talk about this specific...
Well, we were planning to.
Which is...
I kind of want to say first, though, like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, we were both slumping out. Like, I was slumping out towards the end of the year. So, for what happened to me was... I think I told y'all I started reading Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So, I read Harry Potter basically all... through October and November, and I was like that, y'all. That series is so good. I need Faith to read it so badly. Also, it was so fun because my cousin Jordan and I were reading it together, so we were just having like the time of our life.
Were, like, loving
and also those books are just written so well, even though they are like when you start them, Harry's 11 years old, but like you grow up with him. They're just so well done. And I know this is not news, like everyone knows.
Everybody's like, girl, we've been
but
new.
Like I never read the books. I had seen the movies, but like, oh my gosh, the movies don't compare now. Really? Like
that's why I'm like, should I watch the movies
I would say read them first, because I just think you're in a spot where like you'll get to experience everything in the books without even knowing what
that's like the
coming.
best.
And like you're still gonna think the books are better, so just read them first. Anyways, so I read all that, and then I read like 2 books after Harry Potter. Like I was on a roll, and then I hit my slump. Because like I was like, something's gonna happen after I finish Harry Potter. I'm gonna hit like a slump.
Yeah.
Because it's so good. But I was able to read 2 different books like straight after that, and I was like, okay, I'm getting through this, and then it hit. And then I was like very slow, trudging through some books, not loving anything. And then finally, like, I think it was like the 1st or 2nd week of January, I started getting that itch, and I was like, oh, this feels so good to like crave a book again.
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about this, what I read. It's I don't even know. You know how, okay, if you don't know, Amazon does like novella, what do you call them?
They do like audio
collections,
like novella collections with a group of authors.
Yeah, and so they did one for Christmas. They did one for Valentine's Day. The first one was like a Valentine's Day one, I want to say. And then they did Christmas, and then now they did like a Halloween one.
Yeah.
And I only know 2 of the authors, which the first one was Ali Hazelwood, the second one was Christina Lauren. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do these because they were novellas. They were super short, and I was trying to hit a reading goal, right? So I was like, let me do it. Oh my gosh, these were so weird.
Really? Who were the authors?
So the third one was by J.T. Geisinger. The next one. What are you singing?
TikTok video of this lady singing. She's like, JT coming, JT coming, JT.
I don't know this.
Well, Jordan, you probably know.
Okay, pull it up. The next one was by Ruby Dixon. The next one was by Katie Robert. And the last one by Kimberly Lemming.
I haven't heard of any of those people.
No. So weird. Obviously, these stinking books have to have spice. They're novellas.
Like 2 pages
so
long.
I had to skip so much. The last one, I gave it 2 stars because it had an intriguing storyline up until the nasty ending that I was like, obviously I'm like flipping through. And I'm like, ha, ha.
You haven't
like,
even told me about this.
No, I told you, I think.
No.
Oh, I remember talking to you about it when, because this was October, girl, or this was early November.
I forgot.
They all have like some element of like spookiness to them, but they're not like straight up Halloween. Like I want to say the first one was on Halloween, but like the second one, he's an angel. The next one, they're like, the person has like a curse on them. The next one, they're like in space and she's a vampire. Like it's got all these weird ones, but the last one was so weird, guys. So it was like the girl. I'm gonna try to say this the best I can from my memory, but the girl was like lost in the woods or something, and then some guy finds her, and you're like hearing his point of view, and he lived in like a small town. It's like a Hallmark movie. It's like he finds her, he brings her to the town, he takes her to the doctor, gets her fixed up, and it's like it was intriguing, but then it ended up being like a why choose. And so there's like all these guys that she's like
multiple,
and they like can shift, and they were like weird, and she was at the end, she like, you know, when it was like the spicy part, and I'm like trying to get through it, I saw something. I saw a little bit when I was flipping, and it was like tentacles. Ew, like, I was like, ah, ah. So that was insane. Like, you're kidding me. Why did I even put? I don't think I meant to put 2. I needed to put
tentacles on the cover.
Like, it was so weird. So many of these books were like, the first one was cute, the Ali Hazel one.
She always writes a good one.
But it was like not my favorite of hers. I put 3 stars, but it was like, oh my gosh, they just went downhill. But you know when you're like determined? But I wouldn't recommend it because they were so spicy. I had to skip like over half of them.
Jeez,
it was
why
crazy.
a little novella?
I know, it's like you're gonna give me 30 pages.
That's what you're gonna do. Market it as like a
So that was wild. And then I did like some Frida McFadden. Oh my gosh, I need you to. Did you do this one?
I don't think so.
The Gift by Frida McFadden. It's literally so short. It's like 47 pages.
Crazy like that other one.
Crazy. Like the concept, it was almost like satirical in a way. It was very interesting. Anyway, that's if you want to talk about a book now.
And that's all she's been reading.
No, there's more. Like I did actually this is actually good. The Alibis collection on Kindle or Amazon or whatever, these were good. They were, so the first one was by Frida McFadden. They're all like thriller mysteries. One of them I didn't love, the False Note one. It was pretty depressing, the storyline or whatever, because it was like abuse, but it was like I didn't love that. But the other ones were pretty good. Like I gave a lot of them 4 stars. So I definitely recommend those if you're trying to get like novellas in.
So I guess I don't know.
Words. I'm
Jeez, look. My reading goal was 115. I read 135, which was 5 books less than the year before. That's okay. I assumed this year I'm probably not going to read as much just because
you're working like full time now.
Working, but it's okay. I need money, so what are you going to do? So I only set my goal for 100 for this next year, but I'm already doing well, I think. I read 9 books this month, or last month in January, so it said I needed to read like 9 each month, so I'm already on track.
Because mine's always 100, and that's pretty much what it is, 9 a month.
I was reading, I was reading The Crowns of Nyaxia. Really loved the first 2 of that. Then I started like the second couple it follows. The fantasy got so confusing that I was like, I don't even know.
I haven't read them yet.
I took a break from finishing that because I was like, what is going on? Then I started on The Housemaid.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
That one was really good. And I know Faith had been telling me to read it, but I was like, okay, I wasn't in the mood. But then I finally got in the mood, and I kind of binged through that. I think that was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then I read, like, the second one, which I really enjoyed as well. I haven't read the third one yet. For some reason, I haven't been in the mood. And then we went and saw the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was okay.
I feel like people were raving over it.
But like, this is so good, it's better than the book.
I didn't feel like it was better than the book.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah,
but I don't. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to be any way, but I just don't really like Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. I
don't enjoy her acting.
I'm like, we probably looked like we literally like we read the book, so we probably like little prudes. But like, I mean, hey, I'm gotta protect my eyes. You know, it's a window to my soul.
Yeah.
So I'm like literally as the scene was coming up because we read the book, so we know when
things were gonna happen.
We knew it, but that's the thing that annoyed me too is there was no sex scenes in the book. We knew they did it, but they didn't say anything. So then, of course, because it's Sydney Sweeney, they're going to add it in. But anyway, so like I knew it was coming because I'd seen people say there was going to be one. And I read the book. I knew when it was.
We planned our bathroom.
So I literally, I was like, time for me to pee. I was still pregnant.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I was like, perfect, because I had to pee anyway. So I got up and left. And then she came, and then we came back a little too early. So we just like waited in the hallway.
So awkward. Yeah. But then we were up there, and every time we would be like, what?
Yeah, I know. We probably
like, I don't care because like
who cares? You know,
I'm not gonna look at that stuff.
I'm
following my convictions, anyways.
But yeah, I will say like Sydney Sweeney. I'm not trying to bash on you, girl. I'm sure you're a very nice person, but like
I feel like her acting
she doesn't act
always this. Like she doesn't.
I've seen her in a few things now, and it's always the same dull, no response. Like she doesn't.
The cadence is always the same.
Always like she doesn't like act. Yeah. I'm like, there's nothing happening. So like I don't really get it. I feel like people like her because of her looks, not because of I feel like if she didn't look the way she does, she wouldn't be getting these huge roles.
Because I don't know, the acting.
Yeah, I felt like Amanda Seyfried, or however you say her name. She did such a good job. Yeah. I really liked her part in it. I think she did great, and the guy too. Whatever, I can't remember his name right now, but I just feel like I wasn't like sold on Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah,
but
also just the movie itself.
But there was a lot of part that I like. I really did like it, but it was just like. It wasn't fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like rewatch it, but it was good for what it was, I guess.
But it was also fun to just like have a movie to go watch because I feel like there's been nothing for so long.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, I also got into the Inheritance games, and that one was so good. I also just love Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She wrote the Naturals, which I've talked about before, and that one was very good. But I was scared for the Inheritance games because I thought like. It's like a classic love triangle, and why do love triangles always have to be between brothers? Like, why can't it just be like literally 2 random guys? It always has to be brothers.
Yeah.
Like, why? That's the one thing about like The Summer I Turned Pretty that annoys me so much, because I'm like, if you know that you're liking both, just step away. Like, why are you here ruining this family?
Yeah, ruining a family dynamic. Like
this doesn't need to happen.
I'm talking to you, Elena Gilbert.
Talking to you, Belly. But it was done very differently, I feel, in the Inheritance games. It was just really enjoyable. I like the way Jennifer Lynn Barnes writes like the mysteries of things. I didn't solve anything because that's just not how my brain works.
That's funny. Like our mom reads mysteries and like she does it to she's got to solve it, whereas we're just like we're along for the ride.
Like nothing in my brain.
I will say sometimes I figure stuff out, but I'm not like I'm not like sitting there trying to.
No, it's just like if it comes to my brain, it comes to my brain, but I'm not sitting there like, what's going to happen? But I did recommend those to our mom because I was like, you would like these. I don't think she's finished them yet. I also picked up I think it's called The Appies or something. And this one was also, I think Emily was talking about this one. It was very confusing because it's like a romance series, but it's 2 different authors. So they switch every book, which person writes it. But it's very good. I really enjoy them. And they're all clean. The Appies. So they're like, they don't have any spice or anything.
Appies. Appies.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I've never heard that word before, so I was like, what are you saying?
I think they live in the Appalachian, whatever.
I actually don't quote. I don't know how you say that out loud. I've never heard anybody say it out loud. I've just read it.
Yeah.
Appalachian.
Did you have any? I feel like
not very much.
I feel like I had way more thoughts on the books that I was going to talk about, and then I just like.
Yeah, we've like determined to like write notes to bring up because we like have stuff we want to say, and then we never remember what we want to say.
Yeah.
But for me, I really didn't read much more. I did listen to To Complay by Ali Hazelwood, which is like a novella, but it's longer.
Yeah,
which you recommended to me. Which was so fun, so good. I really liked it. Like that was great.
I feel like that one would have been such a good longer book.
Yeah, so everybody was saying
a whole book.
All the reviews were like, "Oh, I wish this was longer," or whatever. But for me, just needing like needing something that didn't take too much of my brain capacity, I really liked it.
I loved the plot. Like it was such a good setup.
Yeah, it was really cute. And then, unfortunately, I read Soul Searching by Lila Sage, which she's the author of the Rebel Blue Ranch series, which we both really loved. And we were both really looking forward to this book. Have you read it yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, I've
seen a lot of people said what you said.
Okay, that's what, when I was reading it, I was like, is this my slump? This is the last book I read before I had her, and I finished it on December 7th.
Took her out.
Yeah, it literally took me from November 14th to December 7th to finish this book. I was pushing to get through at the very end because I was just not, I didn't connect to the characters. There was no direction. There was no plot.
Really?
Like, I don't really...
Did it just feel like disjointed? Like nothing was flowing right?
Nothing was flowing. It was supposed to be like, oh, there's ghosts or whatever. No explanation of why there's ghosts. Like, it's just, there's ghosts. And it was just like, I don't know. It was just really not what I was expecting. I was really expecting a little more out of it. And then Mercedes, I don't know if y'all follow her.
Yeah.
What's her at? Book Club Wannabe, I want to say. She read it too recently and posted about her review, and she pretty much had the exact same thing as me. Like just,
I wonder what happened.
Like she's not a bad writer. Like the writing itself like was easy to follow, and like I just didn't.
I wonder if the premise itself just wasn't.
Dude, my stinking review auto-corrected writing to RIGH. Oh my gosh, I gotta correct this. But anyway, it was not what I expected, and I'm kind of bummed about that.
I was so sad when that happened.
Yeah, but on to the new year. So I had my daughter like January 6th, like I said, and then I read Mate, which is the second one from Bride from Ali Hazelwood, which, you know, if you've listened, I really like that book. And so I was really looking forward to this, but of course it came out like in the middle of my slump, and I was like, a lot of the books that were coming out that I had been looking forward to that came out during my slump, I was like, no, I can't read this now because I'm gonna hate it, or it's not gonna hit, and then it's gonna ruin it for me.
Yeah. And
so I was like, I just didn't. So I read it on January 23rd through the 28th, which 5 days for a book for me in the midst of having a newborn. Fantastic. Yeah, but also I was like, the first 2 days, I didn't even really read it until the last 2 days, and I pretty much blew through it. Like I just barely read like chapter 1.
Yeah.
On those first couple days,
happens a lot though. It takes you a little bit and
to get into it, and then it's like boom. But I really liked it. It was so fun. It was the first time in forever where I was like actually wanting to pick up my book. I actually physically read it and wanted to physically read it. Like I didn't want to just like put
the audiobook
audiobook on. Like it was so fun.
She texted me and she was like, I finally have the will to read it.
Yeah, I'm like, thank the Lord.
Finally.
But it was so much fun, and I definitely recommend it. I love any story with like mates in it, so it was probably guaranteed for me from the beginning.
I'm excited to read it.
I will say the premise is a little bit focused on I don't know how to say this without giving it away. They're wolves, okay? So a lot of like wolves stories like
They
are
have
very
like
their urges or whatever. So a lot of it's about that in the background, but like I don't know how to explain it.
It's not taking over.
The actual scenes itself, I want to say there was like 2 scenes, maybe 2 or 3, and they were like back-to-back chapters, so it was pretty easily like skippable. It wasn't like all over the book. But I liked the characters. If you read the first one, the vampire that it's about, she grew up in like protection programs essentially, and it's the girl that they put in there with her to like keep her company. It's about her.
Yeah.
And they call each other like sisters because they grew up basically just the 2 of them. So they're like, so it's about her. And it was just really fun. It was really good. I really liked it. And I'm like glad that I waited because I think that it wouldn't have hit the same.
Yeah.
It would have been clouded at least if I'd read it during the pregnancy.
I just haven't. Now that I'm like working, obviously, it's just my. That
scared the crap out of me. One of my kids' walkie-talkies just like randomly went off.
Oh, that was terrifying.
That was so scary.
Okay. What was I saying? Well, obviously, like the timing of, like I can really only read at night now, or on the weekends. It's like I have the drive to read, but it's also like I get home from work, I'm tired. Like sometimes I don't have. I need to start.
Read as much.
I need to get back to bricking my phone. And then I think I can start reading at night because like I just get home and I get trapped in the doom scroll. Yeah. But I have been doing a lot of audiobooks, and I was able to somehow get all of the A Curse or Once Upon a Broken Heart series as audiobooks. Like when I kind of first started working, those books are so good. And I know that like everyone says it, but they just like had me hooked like the whole time I wanted to. And the premise was really fun. So it's about, we meet one of the characters in there in the Caraval series, which I don't know. Because Faith didn't love the first book.
I read but I also read I was pregnant.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like I connected. And then I really didn't like her sister. And the next book's about her sister.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep going.
There's I don't know. I had that same feeling, but I do think that like Faith would like the Once Upon a Broken Heart series better. But anyways, like the premise is there's like these fates. I don't really know what. They're just called the fates, and you can kind of make deals with them. And so it starts off like we're following this girl Evangeline, and she calls upon one of the fates to make a deal with him to like be able to get her, the guy she's in love with, out of this wedding he's trapped in. Because like all of a sudden this guy is getting married to someone else and he loves her and they were together, and she's like, what is going on? Like this can't be, like something's wrong here. So she makes this deal with the fate, and then like, but for that deal to happen, he needs her to do 3 things for him. So the rest of the series is like them traveling around the world and like doing these things, like him putting her in the situations of where she has to do these certain things. So it's just a really, I don't know, interesting premise. I don't know how much more to say about that because I don't know, I don't want to spoil anything, and I really like those. But something that I loved this month last month was The Heartless Hunter, the Crimson Moth duology. And I recommended it to Faith because I'm
reading the first one right now.
The second I picked that book up, I was obsessed. And I was hesitant because like those books, it talks about like, oh, they're witches. So it's a little bit of like, I don't know, when it comes to that, I'm like, let me be careful.
Yeah.
Let me just like go into it with my discernment. And
I
feel like the way they portrayed it was okay, and like it wasn't, I don't know, I didn't feel any way about it. But basically the premise is, and I mean a lot of y'all might have heard this, but like there's this witch named Rune, and she basically like has a secret identity where she goes and helps save other witches because like
they're always like being attacked or like
they're not allowed in society. So like if someone finds out you are, they're gonna hunt them down and basically kill them. And she is one, but like nobody knows that, and she helps save other witches like during the night and stuff. She's trying to find out more information about where they're keeping a certain witch that she's trying to rescue. So she starts talking to Gideon, who was like the head of
The witch hunters.
The witch hunters. Like, he's the one that's in charge of all of them. But he also... Jeez, that thing is terrifying.
I don't know which one it is.
Sorry, the walkie-talkie went off again. But he is also, like, suspecting of her being the Crimson Moth, which is the person who's saving all these witches. So they're both, like, sparking up this relationship and, like, not telling each other that they're suspecting each other, but like basically. They're trying to see what information they can get from each other. So it's really fun, like dynamic of like they're both playing into this, but like they're both doing this to get information. But like I don't know, it just goes so well. And then obviously I can't say anything. But
also the dynamic that is kind of interesting is Gideon is her best friend's brother.
Yeah, and so that is a very like throughout the book I'm like, this is so interesting because like Gideon doesn't know a thing about her. It feels like. And I'm like, how do you not know a thing about her when this is your best friend's brother? Or your brother's best friend. But they do have an interesting relationship as well. One thing, though, is like the second book. I can't say anything. I wish I could like say this, but it's like a spoiler. There's something that happens at the end of the first book that usually plays out in a certain way in fantasy books. And I don't like the way it's played out. But the author went a whole different route with it in the second book, which I really appreciated because it didn't like take away from the story. She was able to still keep like the fantasy side going, but also like the relationship forming was still done so well alongside it, which I feel like a lot of times when this certain thing happens, the relationship aspect just kind of gets drowned out, which... Obviously, I'm being so vague, but those books were so good, and I really would urge you to read them. Also, I just love Gideon. Like, the banter between them as the books go along, and just, like, himself.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far.
I thought it was so good.
I'm very interested in it. I was listening to it today while I was cleaning, and I've been physically reading it, too. Like, while breastfeeding and stuff. Also, I thought, because people are always like, oh, I'll be up in the middle of the night, I'll read my book. I'm like, dude, I'm like trying my best to stay awake. What's going on? I'm too tired. I'm like, I cannot. And so then I feel like I was trying to read, but I was like, I'm not taking any of this in. No. I'm too tired. Like, I can't read this right now.
So, also, like, trying to read and focus on the baby.
Yeah, and like not like, what if she spits up? And they're like, all this stuff. Yeah,
too much. Have to throw your Kindle down and.
Yeah, but
it's too much.
I was gonna say, how long is this? Oh, well, I'm gonna say this real quick. Like, because I wasn't reading, there were so many releases. I don't know, so many. There were releases that were coming out that I didn't get to. Like, I didn't read. It took me forever to read Soul Searching, which I know it ended up being a flop for me. But like, you guys know I like the Lightlark series, which there was 3 books out, and at the end of last year, she released 2 more books. Technically, 3, because one of them is like a double. It's called Grimm and Oro, which is 2 of the characters. And it's like, I don't know which one you're supposed to read first. I don't know how it formats
to the Kindle.
Yeah, it like
because like that book.
Because if you hold the physical book and you look at it, like if you flip it, it's like.
If you hold the book on one side, it says Grimm, and you'd read his story. And then if you flip it upside down, it says Oro, and you can start his. So you can choose whatever side.
Yeah.
But, like, how does that format to the Kindle? Because one of them has to come first.
Yeah, I think it's probably Grimm, because it's called Grimm and Oro, but probably. I don't know.
But also, I love that concept. It's so fun
so interesting. And so that was so excited for, but I didn't get to it. So as soon as I finish the Heartless Hunter series, I'm going to start that. And then she released the 4th book, like, of the actual series, which is called Crown Tide. And so, like, I saw some comments on TikTok, someone saying, like, oh my gosh, I'm crying or whatever about it. So I was like, what's gonna happen? And then I think there's gonna be one more book after that. But like, yeah, I'm so excited to actually, like,
I feel like I'm getting the itch to start reading it. So
yeah, I would like to see so I can talk to you about it. There's another book. Okay, y'all remember when I read Direbound? I think that was in October. That was like the end of my reading for the year. But the next book is coming out. I don't know. Originally it was going to be like March, I thought, but now I think it got pushed. But oh my gosh, that book was so good. Like, that was what I needed during the time, because that's just like perfectly my taste. Let's see, what's the next one? Furybound is going to come out not till May. Anyway, but that I'm looking forward to so much.
Yeah, I do want to read that one too.
I can't think if there's anything else. We should do an episode on like books we're looking forward to.
Yeah,
because
that's what I was like. Even just ones that we've missed, because like there were so many that were coming out that I didn't even read. Like the second to the Quicksilver and like.
Oh yes.
Like I want to read that.
I want to read that so bad. And
I just like I don't know. I feel like I was in a mindset where like nothing was gonna hit the way it needed to hit, so I didn't want to read those books either.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
I want to read that one too.
I did want to say I have a couple more books that I started reading. I've talked about this series before. It's by Anna Conwell, and this is like she writes clean romances, so like there's never anything in them. And she has this one series called More Than a Game. I've talked about it plenty of times. It's like all the main characters, like all the male characters play a different sport, so like you're kind of going there. Anyways, the last one came out. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was like my favorite out of the whole series. Because it's like, I feel like there is always that because you follow that character the whole time and then you finally get to see them and like them experience love. The last book follows basically all the guy's manager, which is also the brother of the girl in the first book. But the love story is between him and her best friend. So it's like a brother's best, well, not technically it's a best friend's brother. But like, oh, it was so good. And like the banter.
Wait, when did you read this one?
I just read it.
Oh. Well, okay, well you were talking about it coming out, right? Because I feel like you told me
this book like just came out.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess it was published in August, but I just
wait. What's the last book for the Mile High Club? Is this the same concept? Or what's it called? What's it called? My brain just, the one with the plane on the cover.
Oh, that's the first book. It's called Mile High.
I said club, but yeah, that's not what I meant.
That's the
Mile High, the Windy City.
Windy City. What's the Mile High Club? No, that one kind of has the same ish concept of like, but they don't all play a different sport. It just follows like a group of friends.
Is the manager, right?
No.
Well, I thought one of the books was about the manager.
No. There's no manager like
the coach.
No. Something. Well, there's a book coming about one of the coaches, but it's like not technically in that series.
Oh, I don't know. I thought that.
But that one's just like a friend group because there are a couple that play the same sport.
I'm realizing now, postpartum, that my brain is like the fog is clearing. It's like
it's lifting.
I can see the windshield wipers are like coming over my eyes.
You can see the light
at
the end of the
tunnel. How much stuff I don't remember. How many things that happened that I'm like, what? My husband will be like, oh yeah, this and this, and I'm like, he's like, don't you remember? And I'm like, you're lying. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this did not happen. So part of me is like, you know how like when you're fighting with your, not fighting, but like you and your spouse are like, this happened. No, I did it. Yes, I did. Part of me is like, did it really?
Are you trying to rile me?
Like, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I just blocked information out. Like,
I just think you were like,
it was a hard pregnancy.
It wasn't you. Like mom and I kept talking like, obviously we were understanding what you were going through. We're like, we just want Faith back. Like this is not.
I know.
Like,
I was not.
And myself. We were helping you. We're getting through the season, but it was like this is not you. Like you were just.
Yeah, I feel like it was not the whole pregnancy, but like
no. But towards the end, it was
very end. It was
like,
so bad.
You were
like
just like going through it. But yeah, that's just like how it was. Anyways, I was trying to get back to
sorry.
Not the concept, but like basically at this point in the series, he's so deep into like he's trying to build his career up that he's like swallowed by work. So his sister, who doesn't live in the same town as him, is like worried. They're twins, by the way. So she keeps calling her best friend and being like, can you please go check on him, bring him food, like just please help me out. And so they're constantly being forced together, and she finds out that he has worked himself so hard that he's now on blood pressure medication because like he's just like not taking care of himself. And so they strike up a deal of like she's not going to tell his sister, but he has to like follow this plan she's giving him of like, we're going to get you healthy, we're going to get you like back to living a life. So like it's just this like situation where it's kind of like forced proximity because like they're always with each other, and he's just like being grumpy about it, and she's like doesn't want to have to do this and keep it from her best friend, but she like cares about her and wants to help him. And then it's like the banter between them was so good. It was just such a perfect build up, and I was like having so much fun reading it. It was my favorite of the series. So
how many is there?
There's 5, and it's nice because they're all under 300 pages, so it's just like it doesn't like but even with them being such like shorter,
she still gets the
not a ton shorter, but like with them being shorter books, I never feel like I'm like reading some fluffy, mindless book. Like they do have their fluffy parts. They have their emotional parts. Like I feel like they're very well written.
What's it called again?
More Than a Game.
More Than a
The
Game.
first one's The Golden Goal. I don't know. I just really like them, and that last one was like so good. I was like, oh, eating it up.
So
and
fun.
Then last book I'll be talking about today. Sorry, I started reading the Percy Jackson series, which has been. I've only read the first book. I just got the second one available, so I can start that. But like, I really don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember glimpses of the movies, but I don't think I ever sat and watched them fully.
Yeah, and like don't really go off the movie because they did not
and I know the
follow.
movies don't either.
Like by the second one, they started doing a little bit more on. By the second movie, they started following the books a little bit more, but they'd already trapped themselves into certain things in the first movie, so they couldn't. But
and then I also, like, there's that Percy Jackson Disney Plus series. I watched, like, I think first 2 episodes, and I was really enjoying it. I just never finished it.
No, I know. I watched, like, the first 4 episodes, and I was really enjoying it. I never finished it. I don't know what happened there.
I think the second season's out now, too.
Yeah,
so I'm excited. I'm probably just going to wait, though, until I read the first 2 books. But, I don't know. I'm going into it blind, so it's really fun. And, like, I was a little bit scared, because I'm like, oh, it's, like, written for kids. But, like, I said that about Harry Potter and loved that, too.
Oh, my gosh. I saw a TikTok the other day. And some girl was interviewing Rick Riordan.
Yeah.
Riordan.
I don't know how to...
I can't remember.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and she was like, at the end, she like had her original copy of The Lightning Thief because like she loved him. Like this was like her dream interview. Like this would be so cool. Like, and she was like, at the end, he was like, "Would you like me to sign your book?" And she was just like, and she's like, "Yes." And then he was just so kind. He was just so sweet and like. That is just so fun. Like, you know how they say never meet your idol because they'll ruin it or whatever? Like, that is just, like, that... Because I could tell from her, like, that way she felt about the books is the same way I do. Like, that was the first thing that meant a lot to her as far as books go. And, yeah, it was just such a cute little interaction. But, anyway, yeah, I need to finish reading the Percy Jackson series, too. I think I...
Oh, you never finished your reading?
No, I got through 3 of them. And then the 4th one was, like, not available. And then my slump got worse.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
We talked longer than I thought we were going to.
Well, I was going to say, like, you looked at it and you're like, oh, we got to wrap up. But, like, whenever our cousin came to town, she's like, y'all need to do longer episodes. Oh. And I'm like, I guess. It's just hard.
I just feel like sometimes I don't love listening to a long podcast episode.
I don't know. She was like, I could listen to y'all talk all day.
But I'm like, is it because you love us?
If you like us that much, I guess. Sometimes it does. I don't think we try to trap ourselves in a certain time, though. Like, some episodes we have more to say, some we have less.
Yeah.
It does add more to the editing process, like, the longer we go, but, I mean, I don't necessarily mind that. Okay, sorry. Abrupt thought. I realize I say necessarily a lot, and I don't pronounce it right. I say necess...
You just glitched so bad. I say Nessa. You need my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster.
How could you? Jeez. No, okay. I need to think about how I say it because I can't. I say necessarily. Like I never fully pronounce it.
No way. I've never heard you do that.
I think I just say it so fast. I'm like, I don't fully get through the 2 C's. I'm just like necessarily say it. Like,
dude, that makes me think of our grandma because she always says the word. Okay, I'm going to say it normal. Comfortable. She always says that word. Like every time I see her, Grandma, I love you. You're watching this. Every time I see her, she says that word. I've never met another person in my life who says that word so much.
But she says it.
She says it like this. Comfortable. And so like, that's why it stands out to me.
She really pronounces that "fortable."
Yeah, like that's why it stands out to me because the way she
uses that word more than anyone I've ever known. Yeah. And literally, I don't know if you were there yet, but we brought it up, Jordan and I, and she seemed like she was getting a little bit like hurt, and I was like, "Grandma, we're not like saying this is bad. It's just like you use it a lot."
Because I've also brought it up to her,
so sometimes you gotta get over some stuff.
But it's just funny. It's not bad. It's one of those things.
It's the same how like we say whenever a lot.
Yeah,
and
apparently it's just one of her keywords.
Whatever.
But it's just because she like really pronounces it But
she loves that word.
yeah,
Like
she loves to be comfortable. But so do I, dude.
Literally, us before the podcast was like, "What do we wear?" I'm like, "It's our first episode back. I kind of feel like I need to like."
She was gonna say jeans,
Like
and I was
need
like,
jeans and
I can't fit in my jeans. Like I can actually fit them on, but they're
It's
not
not
sitting jeans
comfortable.
right now. They're standing
Yeah.
jeans only. Like
Yeah.
anyway,
Woo!
woo, that was a lot.
I'm so glad we're back though.
Now we're gonna go watch people meet on vacation. Me for the third time, her for the first.
Third?
I watched it 2 times because it was just making me feel good. Like you know when you're like,
I didn't know you liked it that much.
it was cute. Like it was.
Okay.
It's like a happy
Well, I'm
movie.
excited.
Because I had the baby blues like the first
Oh yeah.
little bit, so I was like, I need something. Like
Pick
so I
me up.
rewatched it.
Yeah. I mean, when I got into Avatar and watched it,
It's just back to back
No.
to back.
I got into Avatar, and then I watched the second movie, and then for like 2 weeks, every single day I would just watch like.
Didn't our brothers?
I would
Didn't I
no,
say?
like Isaiah, our brother. One day he walked by the door. He's like, "Rosalie, isn't this like the 7th time?" And I was like, "Leave me alone. I don't know what's going on. I'm just rewatching it.
Leave me
rewatching
alone to die.
It. Which I still haven't seen the new one. And I want to go see it so bad. Anyways,
Yeah, we're just tangent.
we could talk so much right now. I feel like. Let us know what y'all have been up to.
Yeah, if you have
what
any
you've
book
been reading.
recommendations for me, 'cause if you know like my style,
Yeah.
tell me because I need to get back
Also,
into it.
We will be bringing the book club back. I don't think
Yes.
we're gonna bring it back till March.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're
start
just not gonna do
because this is
anything
already
for
like
this month.
mid-month, and this is a short month, so that's like gives us only
Yeah.
like 2 weeks to read.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And give us your recommendations for that if you have any. Please interact. We love interacting with y'all.
yeah, engage,
We miss
engage.
y'all.
Yeah, this has been so
And-
fun. I'm so glad we're back to this. Anyway, my back hurts.
Okay. Well, we'll be in your ears next week.
We'll see. We'll listen to us next week.